Ladies and gentlemen, boys, girls, and everything in between, above, below, and through dimensions, welcome back to our last match of the day. Esports Wales going up against Esports Denmark. We're back on Anubis yet again, ready to jump in and see if Wales can shake off this losing streak and make it into the next stage of the tournament. We've got a lovely little angle. Definitely have not been toying around with this basically all afternoon. Just in time to catch the action as Esports Wales do lose the knife round, but we'll see if that means Denmark want to stick or switch. T-side has already been proven to be quite an effective area for both of these teams. So we will see. We'll see if either of these teams choose to particularly stay on that T side. And there it is. Denmark has chosen to stay. Let's see if Wales have learned from their game this afternoon. Have a look as to whether or not they are going to play a little slower, maybe with a little bit more utility. Insert with care, the Shadow Daggers here. What a fun name. You should insert those with care. Straight away a more split approach from the CT side, but the T's all coming down the bridge. They want blood. So far, they're not going to get it, but they roll up on two CT players, caught completely unaware. Nadia and Bethan take the first spill of the game. It's going to be down to the remaining three players, but it's going to be Josephine. Swings wide, claims two. Olivia, last player left standing here. 2 shots. Claimed the kill. Only 3 left to find. Missing a little bit of HP and not quite in time to catch the T wrapping around the back. It's gonna be Ismo kicking off their T side with a bag. 3-0. For the Dutch player. Danish player, sorry, my mistake. B-side looks to be the target this time around. Aggression, the name of the game for Wales and Denmark as they push on. Damage already spread incredibly well. 2 members of Esports Wales falling below 40 HP and 1 falling down. Ismo nearly falls. And it's going to be Kenzie to pick up that kill in trade. Not terrible, given the cause, the situation we're in. Nadia, last player left standing. Bomb goes down. 1 versus the world. Just the print stream. USPS to go. Sounds have been heard. The peek wide from Kit Kant's going to find the kill. Not the worst round imaginable for the CTs here on Eco. They do still manage to find a kill, which is better than nothing. Damages the economy of Josephine a little bit, who is sat here on 50 after rebuying. The rest of this squad, though, are looking mighty stacked up. In fact, so much so that Ramzan has been able to pull out the AWP here. Meanwhile, forced onto a FAMAS is Nadia. Kenzie all by their lonesome. Has some utility in the box. Isn't going to use it just yet, but it's going to be Iro kicking off the party. Josephine falls down first. Followed closely by a kill onto Kenzie here. Bethan in a good spot. Has to back away as the rest of the CTs burn. Trying to make it here through Canal. Digging out the side. Ismo trades out with Iro. But Nadia and Olivia are going to fall as well. Bethan, last man standing, 1v3 situation. Has to make something special happen here. Could be interesting from Ramsden's perspective. Sees the gun poking out of the smoke, and that is going to be all she wrote for round number 3. Anubis claims another life in what is definitely a more, a closer series so far. While the scores may not dictate it, these rounds have not been as cut and dry as some of the others that we've seen from Esports Wales so far this weekend. Definitely a mark of improvement. Bridge seems to be a main point of contention. CTs are all stacked up here, looking to hopefully rotate wherever they need to go, but instead getting aggressive. Flashbangs come through. Wall of smoke still there, and it's going to be Dewey finding one through the smoke in the head. Second one on the spray down with Olivia. Third kill goes down. Kit Kat finds the fourth, and it's only Bethan left standing. Trying to hop away. Dewey's having none of it. 4 rounds put in the mark for Denmark. Well, Wales could have had a better showing there. It is an economy round. We're not losing too much sleep over the loss. It's about what they can do with this new position now. Bethan reunited with the sniper rifle. The chrome cannon. Smoke comes through onto bridge. Just looking to wall those T's off for now. Dewey starts to push through. It's going to be Ismo who got out the first members of the enemy squad. Taking up some attention over towards the B side here. Josie as well in some trouble, but Dewey finally finds the flank, and Bethan becomes the next to fall. Bomb goes down. Ismo against the rest of the team here. On Anubis, looking the wrong way. Esports Wales caught unawared. Taken down. Sixth round here, and we're back to a force economy buy. Something we don't often see from the Wales women's team. Often hoping to go for those pistol rounds and then back into a full buy. This time around, they had a little bit of spare money. Gonna buy down to just over 2K in most cases. Gives them a little bit more money to play with as Josephine goes around, looking to find something. Finds 2 members of Wales in the canals. Flashbang covers the escape. Dewey's here to follow up. Is going to encounter a lot more players than maybe they were expecting, but Josephine with a flank. And between the 2 of them, they mop up the counter-terrorists in the canals and send their bodies floating down. Absolutely not what you want to see here. For the life of me trying to remember the name of this river. We are in Egypt. But that does not necessarily matter right now. No smoke in mid this time, and Ramsin finds Iro poking around the corner. Bethan, next victim to be claimed. And Olivia falls down here as well. The T's off to a tear. Make their way towards A site. Nadia finally finds an answer back for Wales. Has to contend with Dewey here. Meanwhile, Kenzie caught unawares from the rear. Not quite able to find it, and Dewey finds the gap in the proverbial armor. Takes down Nadia to claim the 7th round here for the Danish team. And the CTs find their first pause. Try to find a little bit of calm before continuing to weather the storm. The Danish team certainly have made it known that they're not going to be an easy foe for the squad. And in such a large, wide open map, there's just a lot of places to go for these Ts. That's why we need to see a little bit more usage of proper utility from Esports Wales. Try and block off a few more of these sight lines and slow it down. What we're seeing is some of this usage of utility to block off bridge, to block off other sites. But still, just this inclination to rush out has not been working for them. Olivia, potentially the latest victim, falls back into connector, is about to encounter two. But managed to find the sidelines. KitKat, completely unaware. So she sees Olivia through the smoke, not quite able to maintain the facade. Good trigger discipline from Olivia, but it doesn't quite pay off for them this time around. Wales back on the ropes. As the bomb is down. And all 5 members of the Danish roster dance around the bomb. Not too much time left. Although with just P250s and USPS, saving isn't necessarily an economic option. No kills for the Welsh squad in this eco round. But economy for them looks just the same regardless. Still following along with Bethan with this AWP. Full rifle buy across the board as well. Historically, it's rounds like this that we've seen the best from these teams. It's looking like a fast push towards A is on the table for the Danish squad. They're quietly trying to make their way here towards canals. Olivia has been holding this angle. Could be in some trouble, but it's Bethan, the first one potentially to encounter an enemy. Ramsin finds one. And KitKat finds the second. Bethan rotates just in time for Dewey to claim mid. Dyra is going to hear this information as they rotate away. A site. Seemingly.
Bomb has been planted.
The site of choice. Dewey's caught 2 members completely unaware.
Terrorists win.
Isn't able to make it around the bend before they are mopped up. Nine rounds on the board for the Danish squad here on the T side. 3 rounds left to go before the end of the first half. Ismo and Dewey certainly making a strong showing at the top of this leaderboard. As we move into what could potentially be the home stretch here. Wales need to find a few crucial picks. It's going to be Dewey. Takes a dink. Iro not willing to swing there on the engagement. Loses the lives for both her and her teammate. Meanwhile, Dewey, 58 HP, crawls his way towards a site. Only one defender there to beat Bethan. Stands firm with the P250. 2 players are about to meet Ismo in mid. It's not the combination that you want to look for. As they both fall, Bethan has to swing, flashed out, and taken out. Slapping the Danes into double digits on what could potentially be the final bye round for the Welsh team here in the first half. They've got to make something count. They want to give themselves any buffer heading into the next round. Still, this aggressive play from the Danes. Ramsden able to find one. There's Iroh here, looking to hold this wider angle. Wants to find something to. He's just behind that door. He's getting a little bit aggressive, feeling themselves. Wants to find something. Dewey has certainly heard the steps from the rest of Wales from behind. But it is going to be Iroh to come out on top. B site is completely open now. And the T's will waddle on. Minimal util. The call comes through. Smokes and flashes used on B, and the rest of the team is going to rotate over. Bomber's already down in a 4v4 situation. This does put Wales at a disadvantage. It's going to be a tough nut to crack, but there's plenty of utility in inventories. Josephine able to find two. Olivia answers back with two of her own. 22 HP left. One AWPer and a rifler left to find. Utility still on the board, and it's going to be Ramsden to fall. This could be it. But there's just not enough time. And Nadia comes around the outside, hoping to find Josephine, but it's just too little, too late. Wales show that they can put up one heck of a fight. Take the Danes nearly to the cleaners, but unfortunately aren't able to do it in time. The rotation just not quite available. No utility usage on that retake really hurts the counter-terrorist squad there. So many smokes, flashes, mollies, grenades that could have been used to displace T players, to reduce sight lines, to cut off situations. Because none of it was used, the retake just didn't go the way it needed to do so. And now, Wales staring up the entire height of an unknowable mountain. Do they have what it takes to climb just a little higher? All to play for now, as Wales head into match point. They cannot afford any more mistakes. Cannot afford any more misplays. Wales, they're taking the initiative. They, like ships in the night, they've heard the T squad, but they've heard them too. But so far, it's Wales coming out on top. Can they translate this? Josephine finds one as well. And with 2 players left standing, this could be. Could have been. Could have been something. The Wales unable to translate and do fall here 13-0. Unfortunately, the Danes just a little too much for them. A little too prepared. A little too much of an overwhelming force. Well, what else is there to say, ladies and gentlemen, other than congratulations to Denmark and congratulations to Wales. They played a lot of games this weekend. It's not that easy to play that many matches. It's a high-stress environment. You got to put respect on the players who are willing and able to go through that. Despite the loss streak stacking up here, it is still a respectable attempt. Still respectable to get these games out anyway. So, congratulations, commiserations. And folks, watch this space, because this is not the last that you've heard from Esports Wales.